Well, hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all doing very, very well. My name is Frank, as always. You join me here in the Dairyman's Diary. In today's video, we are going to be cracking on with the new plow, really. But that's not all. We're also, because this is going to be spanning like over an evening. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be picking up a brand new piece of equipment for the farm here, which we have been waiting for an awful long time. We put a down payment on it. Well, what must have been 6 months ago now, and it just took a long time to actually get it through the factory, but it's with us now, which is the best news, really. So actually we're going to the different field, beg your pardon. We're going to head over here right now because we're into the field that I put muck into earlier on. We got a couple of fields done. The muck keeps going down, still not finished, which is why we're not going to be doing the one right next to the farm, because I just can't still need to get into there to get more muck out, really. So we've been cracking along there. We're back down to just using our own little spreader for now, which is fine. It's just going to be a little bit slower. We did use that Joystick, and that was a great help to really get ourselves cracking along there. But for now, we're out in John Deere here. It looks absolutely beautiful, really, as always, as you can see. And this is going to be the first outing for our semi-mounted 5-furrow plow. So we just need to get into the field. Making sure we go nice and wide there, which it looks like we're about to. And come on in like that. Happy days. And yeah, we're going to go and start. We're going to go up and down the hill here, so it should be a nice little purr for the John Deere here. Turn it off, and then we'll see how we get on. So first things first, let's just take this out of transport mode. It always wants to fold down to that side when we're in transport mode, but it is what it is. And I'm going to fold it over there. And let's get ourselves ready to roll in the corner. It did rain a little bit yesterday, so some of the ground is a little greasy on the surface there. Underneath it's dry, but we might be interested to see how we do for traction with this going up the hill here. Which is why we're on the big heavy 77 rather than putting onto anything else, just so we can guarantee we've got the downward traction and grip that we do need. We'll get over there a little bit more. Easy stop. Okay. And then we'll just put you down like that. And away we go. So this is really the start of our spring tillage work. It's still not quite warm enough for us to be able to actually drill anything, but as we get the muck on the top there, I want to bury it. I want to get it into the ground and then turn over these weeds as well, so when the temperature does get to best conditions there, we'll get cracking along, and I think that's exactly what we'll be looking to do. Ooh, look at that rainbow over there. Isn't that nice? Odd shaped clouds there as well. Look at the hole in that cloud. But yeah, this is us, and we're away. Not the biggest field to get into. We're going to get most of this done, I would reckon. Then we'll have to stop. I gotta go and milk and feed up this evening before tomorrow morning we get after it. And we try to, well, one of the first things we've got to do, we've got to go for an early morning pickup. We'll get up there, that's better. Of the new bit of equipment. So I'll have to go and do that. And then, yeah, I'll be back onto the regular scheduled program, really. We're not going to be able to use that straight away there. It's by no means something I'm going to use anytime soon. But you'll see a bit more about that when we go to get it. Let's pull ourselves back here. We do need to make sure we just put our ends in here properly, just so we can get a good start. What we'll do is just pull forward here. Yeah, we're looking good. Happy days. All right then, flying down the hill. So I hope you're all doing very well. Do let us know what you're getting up to as always there, and yeah, thank you everyone who has been watching the video recently there. A lot of feedback from that, so it's always good to see. It's always fantastic. That over there is actually one of our milk tankers that comes with us. Well, not ours, but the contractor who comes to take our milk. He's obviously on the delivery or a collection of some such. Okay, so again, a little bit fiddly when you're in the corner, as it is with any plow really, but you've just got to kind of plan things a little better with this one. What we'll have to do here is, ooh, easy, Frank, easy does it. There we go. Get ourselves squared away here, because we just need to put our ends in on this corner as well. We need to do a few rows just so we can, it kind of gets us away from the corner there when we do come to put the headlands on. So we'll just do that now, and then that's all done and dusted. So we'll get ourselves into the field a little more, get this all taken care of, and then we'll have a bit more of a proper review of this bit of kit. It seems like the John Deere's purring up the hill with it anyway, so we'll get this all set up, get ourselves away, and we'll come back to you very shortly. Just listen to that thing growl up the hill at us, huh? It's incredible. Figuring out the best way to go in the headlands. It's a lot of short turns on and short runs on this field just because of the nature of the field we're in. But still, it's a nice little one to get used to. The ploughing, how it's all working out for us there. Its ploughing width is a little wider despite it still only being a 5-row plough there. We are ploughing at a width of around about 16 inches, so it's all fully cranked out there. The Agrimass we had previously was a very width there, but it was still only coming in around about 14.5, 15. So yeah, it's a noticeable difference there for sure. Now what we're going to do is just spin around that way again. We do kind of like a big old figure of 8 here. We'll get ourselves around, and as we go around, we flip that up. Happy days. And then we'll just get ourselves right back down this line here again. Stuff. Yeah, we'll get this field done. This is going to be going into spring barley, like many of our fields are. But yeah, there'll be a spring barley, bit of spring oats in there as well. We have secured a cellar of soybeans actually, which I was quite surprised about how easy that would be, to be honest, given the climate and the geography we're in. Really, I didn't think that would be. There'll be much of a market there, or local market, but we've got some, so that's going to be arriving by truck in the next few days, so that'll be good just to get that in. The reason we want that is, like I mentioned in a previous, I think in the last episode that we had of the diary, that you know, we needed that for our diet feeder, for our mixed rationing really, for the livestock, so we've got that all secured, which is great news, really is. Okay, and then we'll swing on up here, bit like that. All right then. Oh no, away we go once more. Powering up the hill. Just listen to that roar kick in. Oof, incredible. Elsewhere on the farm, everything else is good at the moment there. I think I've delayed the idea of getting any sheep for a little bit. We're still going to get them this year, but we're probably going to wait till after lambing season, where we'll be able to get Brian a whole load of lambs there and keep them on farm. So that's probably going to be the plan for that. How many and what breed? Still kind of doing my research on those to see what will fit well for us here. But yeah, it's certainly something we'll do. We haven't had sheep for a long time, actually. We did have a sheep farm once when we were over at Meadow Grove there, but that didn't... that wasn't something we had for too long, so and yeah, I didn't really have too much to run with that one. My dad was doing that a lot, so that's something that I don't know too much about, but yeah, would love to kind of get back into that at some point. And yeah, I think now is a good time to do it. We've got the space, so it seems to make perfect sense to as well. So we'll have to see how that goes. But otherwise, we're just going to do a little bit more of this evening, and then what you'll probably find tomorrow morning is you're going to follow me as we take out the 6630. We're going to go for a bit of a drive in the morning. We have to go and collect this new bit of equipment ourselves, and we're going to do that, and we're going to show it off to you as well there. So stay tuned. We'll bring you along for the ride there in just a few, what will appear like a few minutes. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a completely different morning to the one we started with yesterday. It is stunning out here. We had a little bit more rain actually last night. I just managed to get that field ploughed up and finished. I got a little bit of tidying up to do in there before we move on to the next one. But we left that. We came out this morning. We fed everything up there. It's about 9:30 in the morning now. And look at it. It's just stunning. Absolutely beautiful. So we're going to be, we've got behind us the new bit of equipment. Some of you may well be able to see and tell what it is just by looking in the rearview mirrors. But yeah, we had to go for a bit of a drive, so we're nearly home, which is good. So what we'll probably do, just for a little bit of a different drive really, again, we'll just head down past that main farm at Chellington there, see if there's anything happening there. It doesn't seem to be too lively at the moment, but we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, it's been a really pleasant drive out. have a nice little gander around all the fields as we go there. So yeah, a lot of people waiting to get on with some spring work, which I think is testament to how miserable the weather was over the back end of the harvest and into autumn last year there. So people will be looking to try and get everything done and dusted. But yeah, I think it's all looking, for us at least, it should be pretty good. And we just need to, we're going to get this back to the yard. We're going to explain why we've got it, what we're going to be using it for, the benefits of us having this in the system, and yeah, kind of look into the cost of it as well, and the reason why it was delayed so much. So there's a lot to discuss there, really. But yeah, we'll soon be home, booking it along at 50k here with the 6630. Won't take us too long at all, but yeah, just a lovely time to be out on the roads here. Very quiet as well. Now we're going to swing down past what is the original Chellington farm here. This is a huge farm. It's now empty pretty much. I think a contractor or a big landowner just has all the land around about, but doesn't actually utilize the buildings. Even though some pretty new looking buildings in there, to be honest. But yeah, we'll leave that anyway. Come on down here. This road was recently resurfaced. It was really awkward and bumpy prior, but it's a beautiful road to be on now. Do here, making sure no one's coming. Which they're not. We'll slow down to go over here so we don't rattle a new machine to pieces before we've even got to use it. Okay. Usually see quite a lot of cyclists out on the road on this kind of neck of the woods as well, which is always a little bit problematic. Never the easiest to navigate around, but good on them for getting out, I suppose. Okay. And we're just going to swing up here. Perfect stuff. So as you can see, it's a lot brighter today. I'm hoping everything dries up a little bit more so we can get on with some of the other plowing this afternoon here. I can't really come into this field yet, so what we'll probably have to do is get the final bit of that muck spread somewhere, even if we have to go a bit further afield, just so we can then actually get in and plow up this big field here, because then that's us really getting ahead of the game. All of the new land out east is all plowed. It's got lime on it as well. We need to work it in though, just so it kind of mixes in lime a bit before we come in and drill it. The drill is on the 6820 at the moment there. I'm toying with the idea of sticking some dual wheels on there just in case we have a little bit of, if it's a little wet in places, it might help us out an awful lot there, so we'll see about that. For now though, I'm just going to pull around here, and I'm doing my best not to show off too much of what's behind just here at the moment, but yeah, let's just pull up here and have a quick look at it, shall we? Put the handbrake on. Okay, so we have bought ourselves a zero grazer, as I like to refer to. This is a forage wagon with a mower on the front of it, effectively. And what's great about this is that it allows you to really embrace and integrate zero grazing into your diet system, really, for your cattle, which is exactly what we're going to be doing. Now, one of the reasons that we are looking to do this is to ensure that we can get like the better, stronger, higher sugar levels from the fresh grass into the herd's diet. And that is certainly something that this allows you to do. It has about a 2.5 meter mower on the front, which is then goes straight into a pickup reel, and it gets pushed on into the back here. And now this is great because it even has, you'll notice on the back end here, we have a belt on it, so we can feed it like a forage wagon really straight on in. It's not the biggest thing in the world either, which is great because it means that we can quite comfortably fit it on into there as well. So even though we've got to clean up after this morning's diet and also get these cattle mucked out again, it's a mammoth job doing that. So yeah, this is it. This is what we've been waiting on. This cost me a little over 37,000, I think it was, all in. And we originally put the down payment on this, can you believe, when we were still in Meadow Grove. But it's as you can see here, it's Italian made. They have had awful issues with manufacturing over there for a little while, and then the company actually nearly went bankrupt. So it was touch and go if we would actually get anything, but we did. Fortunately, they were able to pull through here. I think this is one of the last models they've produced thus far, so we're doing all right, and we were able to you know, once I got guarantees that it was going to arrive, I was happy to kind of wait for it to come because I knew that we were going to be moving anyway, and here we are. So what we'll be doing with this is some of our grassland we will be zero grazing, and we'll be using this to pare that down. And yeah, looking forward to getting it going. It's probably going to work off of this tractor, so we'll make sure it all gets connected in. What I will do right about now, though, is let's just nudge this back a bit, and we'll unfold this so you can see it all out in the open here. And then we'll just do a bit of this. Put it forward a bit so we don't crack off our own crack off the wall. That would not be a good way to start the day. Okay, so as you can see, if I just kind of pull myself around here ever so slightly, that it does work as an offset there, which means that you can just, much like a mower would really, and yeah, that is good to go there really. I think the build quality on this is going to be brilliant for what we need. We're not going to be using it extensively, it's going to be perfect for what we need here. I was more concerned about making sure we got something compact enough to fit into our build in there, so I think we've got that perfectly right. And then all I need to do is I can fire it away. Now I'm not going to get out because the health and safety, I really shouldn't get too close, but you can see as we've turned on here, we've got the tines that are picking up the forage and pushing it on into the forage wagon there, and then the walking floor which will just keep pushing it on back there as well. But yeah, ultimately it is a cracking little bit of a kit. So I can't wait to get this into the field some point soon. We'll bring you along for a ride when we do, because yeah, it's going to be really cool to see. And yeah, delighted that it's finally here, let's say that much. So what I'll do for now though is just kind of park this up, because we're obviously not going to need this when we're drilling any spring barley, that's for sure. So we can probably leave this to one side for now. We might even at some point later on today just run it up the hill to farm 2, where it'll be out the way up there. But that's it. And that's the latest update from me really here on Dairyman's Diary at Chellington Valley. I have been Frank. If you have enjoyed this, don't forget to hit that like button. And don't forget, if you are new, to subscribe to Simulation for the Nation, who is hosting all my content. And then we will see you in the next one. Until then though, folks, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing as always, and we'll catch you all later.